Good, happy Thursday evening, October 15, 2020. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday evening, so let's begin. First up, COVID-19 information in New Hampshire, what you need to know. Let's take a look at that right now. And here is a look at that information for all of you right now. There are 9,349 number of people in New Hampshire have tested positive for COVID-19. 7,901,931 number of people in the United States who have tested positive. 458 number of deaths from COVID-19 in New Hampshire. 760 number of people who have been hospitalized with COVID-19 in New Hampshire. And 553 number of deaths from COVID-19 in the United States. And now let's take a look at this current map of New Hampshire where current cases of COVID-19 are. In Manchester, 99 current cases of COVID-19. And let's take a look at this map of New Hampshire where total cases of COVID-19 are. Manchester, 29 total cases of COVID-19. And now let's take a look at these three charts here. Let's start with the first chart here. New cases each day in New Hampshire in the purple. Daily new positive COVID-19 cases. In the orange, new hospitalization. In the red, deaths. Let's take a look at this chart here. Current cases in the purple. Total current COVID-19 cases, and in the orange, current hospitalization. Now let's take a look at this chart here. Total cases in the purple, total positive COVID-19 cases, in the orange, total hospitalization, red deaths, and blue recovered. And now let's take a look at this chart here. Positive PCR test rate and daily PCR tests. And now let's take a look at this chart here. Each group of cases, female and male of cases, and risk information. And let's take a look at this chart here. Infections, hospitalizations, and deaths. And let's take a look at this chart here. Deaths, percent of New Hampshire population, race/ethnicity of cases, and hospitalizations. And let's take a look at this right here. Your common symptoms: fever, lack of smell, cough, chills, difficult breathing, nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea. How it spreads, and prevention tips. And be sure to stay with the Riley King Network for the latest of your COVID-19 information. Indoor hockey on pause for 2 weeks in New Hampshire after COVID-19 outbreaks. Governor, health officials say pause will allow for testing, investigation for procedures. There will be no hockey in New Hampshire for 2 weeks while the state investigates several outbreaks of COVID-19 linked to the sport. Governor Chris Sununu said the 2-week pause on all activities on the ice indoor facilities is necessary because of more than 150 cases of COVID-19 in the state associated with ice hockey. State epidemiologist Dr. Benjamin Chan said 117 cases were connected to 8 outbreaks. Another 41 were not connected with specific outbreaks, but they were associated with ice hockey. Chan said the cases associated with hockey were linked to other cases in at least 24 K-12 schools in the state. He said it's a sign that the cases associated with hockey are leading to border community spread of coronavirus in New Hampshire. The 2-week pause on hockey includes college teams and ice skating. Sununu said the state plans to work with rink owners, hockey officials, and teams to examine current procedures and test those involved with the sport. Sununu and Chan noted that there has been no sign of COVID-19 spreading widely in other sports. Sununu said the guidance the state drafted for youth sports appears to be working for other sports. New Hampshire sees slight uptick in new unemployment filings. Activity claims continue to go down in state. Let's take a listen to that video from WMUR News 9, Ray Brewer.
You're a smart guy. You've got everything pretty much figured out. Well, almost everything. 45% of traffic deaths could be prevented by wearing a seatbelt. Smarten up. Buckle up. No excuses, guys.
You're not seeing those new claim numbers translate into increases in our weekly active claim numbers.
The new filings for unemployment in New Hampshire ticked upward slightly, increasing by 53 compared to a week ago.
Could be a blend of people that, for one reason or another, are uncertain about their current employment situation, so they file a new claim.
Laver says what is encouraging is that weekly active claims continue to go down, decreasing by nearly 2,900 people from the week before, and a far cry from where we were 5 months ago.
We're down over 75% from where we were at the peak of the pandemic.
Another positive sign, New Hampshire is seeing growth across the board in all sectors of the economy.
We look at the pre-pandemic workforce, they are returning to work.
While the final numbers aren't in for the fall tourism season, initial reports are that it was a good one. It's a trend that Lavers believes will continue.
New Hampshire is a winter recreation destination. I would expect that a lot of folks here in New England who aren't going to be leaving to go very far for some of their weekends and some of their vacations are going to be looking at New Hampshire.
After big data breaches elsewhere, Laver says fraud continues to be a problem, and they're asking employers and the public to get in touch with them immediately if they notice anything odd. In Concord, Ray Brewer, WMUR News 9.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. State Senate Republican PAC refiles finance report after admitting errors. After we brought in irregularity to the attention of the Treasury of the Political Action Committee for the State Senate Republicans last week, its report for the current cycle has been refiled correctly. Sear Fidelity look to hire hundreds in New Hampshire. Let's take a listen to that video right now.
Sear Fidelity look to hire hundreds in New Hampshire. Large employers plan expansions during troubled economy. While New Hampshire has battled record unemployment numbers because of the COVID-19 pandemic, two major local companies are looking to expand. Firearms manufacturer Sear is planning to move its Dover facility to Rochester, creating about 170 new jobs in the process. The expansion has been fairly rapid, said Tom Taylor of Sear. We have entry-level jobs, warehouse jobs, things that don't require a tremendous amount of skill. But we also have highly skilled jobs. We have machine operators. Taylor said the company hopes to begin its transition in a couple months, with the entire process lasting about a year. Officials said they hope to hire from the greater Rochester area. They'd be a pretty big employer relevantly to other employers in the community very quickly, said Mayor Caroline McCarley. I mean, currently we have a hospital and we have city departments, but this would be a huge employer for us. Another company that is expanding is Fidelity Investments, with about 45,000 employees nationally. Fidelity is looking to fill roughly 550 positions in its Merrimack location. The plan is to hire everyone in the next 6 months. The talent in and around Merrimack is incredibly strong, said Julie Kozalan of Fidelity Investments. We don't look for people who just have financial service backgrounds. We look for people who care about serving the customer, whether it's hospitality, healthcare, retail. Officials from Fidelity said they are also looking for college students to fill some internship positions. And that does it for this news report right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching.
Okay, and there you go. Today at Concord High School, the upperclassmen returned to Concord High School for in-person learning. Last week, freshmen were the only students inside the school, and today, upperclassmen showed up to the school in hybrid schedule for the first cohort of CHS upperclassmen. The second cohort will be turning tomorrow. And here is a look at one of the classes. A 10th grade English class enjoying some socially distanced study time outdoors on the first day back to school in a hybrid schedule for upperclassmen. Take a look. And we hope the Concord High School teachers and staff have a good school year in hybrid and the whole school year as well. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching this evening edition. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for another newscast. I'll have a news report coming up in a little bit. Good night and goodbye, everyone.